When I was in grade school, we were often asked what we wanted to be when we grew up. This question was always followed by answers from reasonable to extraordinary. Most of my answers over time were things like rock star or detective, but it was many other things for other kids. Unfortunately for me, being a fireman was never on that list. Maybe I was put off by the whole idea of burning alive. That's too bad too, because Sprinkle, a game developed by Mediocre, is perfect for those aquaphiles out there. Sprinkle is a physics-based puzzle game where you use water to move objects and douse flames. You're given a fire truck with a large movable spout which both extends and rotates to help save villages that have recently caught fire. Hosing down the afflicted areas, however, is only part of the challenge. In most levels, there's a series of rocks, buttons, weights, gizmos, and doodads which need to be adjusted in order to get the water to the villagers. For each level you finish, you are scored based on how much water you use and are awarded up to 5 water droplets as measure of your success. For me, this is where Sprinkle had its first flaw. Many of the puzzles require precision moving objects with the touch controls. Unfortunately, by the way the touch controls work, precision isn't really in the cards. I found myself playing certain levels numerous times before I could accomplish what I knew was the answer to the puzzle. This was a little frustrating, but I was able to overcome it with a little bit of patience. Graphically, Sprinkle presents a stellar performance. The sprites and environments are very detailed, enough to draw notice. However, the real graphical messiah is the water. I would be challenged to find water that was rendered this well in any game today. To think that this was being rendered on smartphones and tablets is nothing short of amazing. Mediocre knew what the focus of this game was and clearly spent a significant amount of time perfecting it. The physics of the water are also noteworthy. For a game whose paramount functionality is on liquid physics, I couldn't find any faults in the way it worked. Water flows as it's expected to, which is quite an accomplishment. Sprinkle comes with a whopping 72 levels to beat, which will definitely take any gamer a while to accomplish. They are broken up into 6 worlds of 12 levels, with each successive world locked until you gather 36 water droplets from the previous world. For those too lazy to do the math, that's an average of 3 droplets per level. Challenging, but not overly so. The difficulty pacing of these levels, however, is a small eyesore. I've found that in any given world, there are some levels that will be easy to accomplish a 4 or 5 droplet score without a single retry, where many other levels within the same world will be difficult to even complete. This added a little frustration to the experience, but the 36 droplet requirement per world allows you to skip the most difficult levels for this reason. Overall, Sprinkle is a gorgeous display of what smartphone games can be. The gameplay is fun, and the water mechanics are very solid. If you like puzzle games, this is definitely one for your collection. PixelFreak.com is giving Sprinkle 85 pixels out of 100.